Full disclosure here, a friend of mine is in some serious trouble today. That guy that we're about to show you on the screen, put that up if you got it, Raj. It's Father Alberto Cutie. In Miami, he has lost his church. There he is. He's lost his church position. He's lost his radio gig, and he's apologizing to people today who say it might be hurt, or he says, pardon me, who may be hurt or saddened by what he did. All right, so what did he do? What he did is what most adults do. He displayed physical affection with a consenting adult. The difference is Father Albert is a priest. And that's a Mexican tabloid you're looking at right there, who followed him around to the beach and then took pictures of him. It's called TV Notas. They will run these photos tomorrow of a man who certainly looks like Father Albert, kissing and hugging and sunbathing with a woman on the beach. A priest. The Catholic Church calls it a scandal. They've stripped him of his position as a pastor of our Miami Beach church. They've taken away his radio show. They're sending him away to reflect and pray. Mind you, this guy is followed by millions and millions of people. That's how powerful he was. Bill Donahue is the president of the Catholic League. Bill, thanks so much for joining me again.
Thank you so much.
You know, he wasn't with a little kid. He was with a woman, a consenting adult. Good-looking guy. You gotta feel for this guy, don't you?
Oh, I think anytime somebody makes a human mistake that you do feel for them. I don't think you just throw them out. Catholic priests are human like anybody else. They have drug problems. They have alcohol problems. This guy may have had a problem dealing with the opposite sex. You don't throw them out like rubbish. You deal with them. You give them an opportunity for counsel and reflection, and you welcome them back. And
is he the problem, or does the church have a problem by taking men and telling them to spend the rest of their lives stopping a natural impulse?
Well, and here we go. This is the heart of the...
Sorry, I mean, you knew it was coming, right?
I know, Rick. No, it's a fair question. You're absolutely right to ask it. Look, it's been since about the 11th century that they codified celibacy. All vows are taken voluntarily. Now, the bar is pretty high. I agree with you. This is not a dogma of the Catholic Church. It's not like the divinity of Jesus or the Trinity. So they could change this, what's called a discipline in the church tomorrow if they want to. Let's just say for the sake of argument they do. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to exchange this problem for another one. Look how many rabbis and imams and ministers who are married and cheat on their brides. So, you know, the question is this. Can people exercise sexual restraint in our society, whether men or women of the cloth or not? So I think you could just exchange one problem for another.
You don't think the church should change its policy then, or at least even consider it?
Cardinal Egan, before he left as the Archbishop of New York, said maybe the time has come to think about it. I think we should have a discussion about it. There's nobody afraid about it.
Right.
Look, the average Catholic says let them marry. But you know what? There's a huge difference between a preference and a demand. I don't know of a single Catholic who says if they don't allow our priests to marry like the Episcopalians, I'm going to walk and become a Methodist. It ain't going to happen.
It's just a shame. There's so many good men out there who can do this church so much good, and just because they're married or because they happen to have... I mean, look at Father Albert. Again, he's a friend of mine, and I know him, and I like him a lot. Smart guy, huge following, has written books, he's said and done and lived a good life, essentially, and this is what brings him down. It's sad.
Well, wait a minute. I don't know that he's over. We believe in forgiveness, and we believe in redemption. This guy could pivot, and I welcome him back. I mean, other priests have had problems. They turn out to be good guys.
That's true. We'll watch it for all of the viewers out there who's been following the story. And Bill Donahue, as usual, love having you on, my friend.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you. Well, first this morning, a Catholic church is rocked by pictures of its celebrity priest in compromising positions with a woman at the beach. The shock is still settling in this morning in the Catholic community over those photos showing high-profile priest Alberto Cutie kissing and curling up with a woman on the beach.
Yeah, this morning his punishment is in, and Father Cutie is asking followers for forgiveness after his canoodling. CBS 4's Leave Davalos is live in Miami Beach at the church where Father Cutie is really somewhat of a rock star there. He has a big following. Leave?
Yes, he certainly does, Cynthia. Well, Miami Archbishop John Favallara says Father Cutie's actions cannot be condoned, and he will no longer lead his church here. He's going to be removed from his church, which is located here at 6th Street and Alton Road on Miami Beach. These paparazzi photos, reportedly taken several months ago, are set to be published Thursday in a magazine called TV Notas. The photographs show him frolicking with a woman on a beach. The controversy coming after Miami Mega TV paparazzi's TV interview where he told a reporter off camera that he'd like to be married and have children. Now, while the popular priest will no longer lead Mass at his church, some of his parishioners seem to be more forgiving.
Maybe somebody wants to get money for that.
Impossible.
Now, Father Cutie issued this statement saying, "Before God, full of love and mercy, I ask the forgiveness of those who may be hurt or saddened by my actions. The commitment I made to serve God will remain intact. I am grateful for the love and support I have received from so many in our community." Now, the Archdiocese says that a new administrator is being named for this church, and Father Cutie will no longer run the radio station, the Catholic radio station. We are live on Miami Beach. Leave Davalos, CBS 4 News this morning.
And you can take a closer look at the pictures by going to our website, cbs4.com. You can also leave your comments there about whether you think the priest should be removed from the church.
Shocking photos released of a Miami priest. He's supposed to be celibate, but the pictures show him getting very cozy with a woman on the South Florida beach. Tonight, Father Alberto Cutie is on leave as the church tries to figure out how to deal with this scandal. Parishioners are shocked by these photos showing their priest, Father Alberto Cutie, locked in a loving embrace with a brunette on the beach. The pictures from TV Notice magazine and obtained by the Miami Herald were reportedly taken on Miami Beach in February. The father, who took a vow of celibacy, is seen caressing and kissing an unidentified woman.
If you don't have a solid foundation, it's impossible to have a lasting marriage.
For 11 years, Father Cutie has hosted several Spanish-language talk shows. He's been seen by millions in 22 countries. In fact, he's been dubbed Father Oprah by his fans.
Maybe somebody wants to get money for that.
The photos were reportedly shopped around by the paparazzi. One TV network says it was asked to pay 6 figures for the photos but turned them down. The photos will now appear in an 8-page spread in TV Notice magazine out this Thursday as the Archdiocese deals with a scandal that has rocked the very foundation of its vows.
A lot of the issues that we deal with have to do with healing some broken situation in life.
Miami Archbishop released this statement saying, "I am deeply saddened by the news surrounding." That's not the right statement, but we can tell you that that's our online question of the day. You can still vote on that. Are you offended by the photos of the priest with a woman on the beach? You can vote at WFLX.com. We'll have the results later in the newscast. Meanwhile, a new administrator has been named for Cutie's church, and another priest will take over his radio duties. Once again, the Archbishop has apologized, but no word on Cutie's future with the church.